Hello and welcome to Titanium Talas Tarot, and today I'll be doing a Are You Knocking Yourself Out of Your Intuitiveness this week and how? So for this I'll be using some concepts from Superconscious Education. I will also be using my intuition, and with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, let's get into the concepts. Right, so the first group I'll be intuiting for are my perfectionists, the individuals who intuitively know how things should be done in order for them to turn out great. All right, so are my perfectionists knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? I get a yes, no, yes. Yes, no, yes. And what I'm picking up on is that, at the beginning of the week you won't, but towards the mid part of the week you will. For what reason, I have no clue, but it is what it is. Are you going with what's happening? Are you like, well, I have no other choice because this is what is presented to me? Let's see. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my perfectionists. How are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? You got choice through default. You have no other choice. You can't make another choice. And you have also universal signs and resolving negative beliefs about yourself, or a negative belief about yourself. So I feel like you're choosing this because you think you don't have another choice, which is never the case. You always have another choice, by the way, but I guess something's happening this week which is making you feel like you have no other choice, right? So now on to my helpers, the individuals who intuitively know how to assist anyone in any situation at any time, anywhere, right? So please, God, angels, and guides, are my helpers knocking themselves out? I get a solid yes with a slight tinge of a no. So what is it that they are doing? Okay, and a last minute maybe. So how are they knocking themselves out? Conditional choice. I feel like you're thinking there's another condition to your assisting others other than what you normally use, which is kind of playing tricks on you. Okay, keep that in mind. Now that was for my helpers. Now on to my achievers, the individuals who intuitively know how to set goals and go about achieving them. So please, God, angels, and guides, are my achievers knocking themselves out? I get a no. Was this like tinge of a yes and a maybe? So what I'm getting is that, so the majority of you, all of you, are going to not be knocking yourself out at the beginning of the week, but then towards the mid part of the week is when the group is going to divide into two. So one part is and one part isn't, and one part might. So you gotta be, so the group that might has to be on their tiptoes, checking to see if they are knocking themselves out, is what I'm getting. So how, please, God, angels, and guides, how can they be knocking themselves out? I literally get a word vomit. So it's conditional choice, but you are responding. You are responding to a conditional choice, which is making you feel like, or is it that you're trying to steer clear of choosing through default, and because of that you're choosing a condition, like you're looking at all the conditions and you're choosing to respond. But are you responding in the wrong way? Oh, so the difference between all these three groups is how they deal with this conditional choice and the fact that they don't want to choose through default, as well as the fact that some are going to choose to respond, others are going to choose to react, or not choose, they're just going to react. And that's most of this. The group that will not be knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness is going to choose to respond, is what I'm getting. So now on to my individualists, which would be the individuals who intuitively know what to put in the center of attention, how to stay in the center of attention, and what is currently at the center of attention. Okay? So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my individualists. Are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? I get a nope. It's like tinge of a yes, but then a solid nope. Nope. So what is knocking themselves, what is causing them this seesaw effect? Please, God, angels, and guides. It could be anything, because everything came out pointing towards nothing was upright is what I'm trying to say. So my individualists, you have to be mindful of what might be your reason for knocking yourself out. Possibly is what I'm getting. So now on to the investigators. The investigators who intuitively know what to look at, where to look for it, how long to look for it, what's the methodology that they need to utilize to get the answers that they seek. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my investigators. Are they knocking themselves out? I get a maybe. Maybe? Nope. Maybe. Interesting. So why this maybe? Why this maybe? Indirectness? Are you trying to get to that thing that you're looking for indirectly? I feel like this research that you're conducting this week is mostly by talking to others, and because you don't want them to suspect you, I feel like you're trying to disguise, create decoys, and that's how you're going about this indirectly. Are you planning a surprise birthday party or surprise event and you don't want them to know? I don't know. Just be mindful, not knocking yourself out because of it. Okay, so now on to my loyalists, the individuals who intuitively know what to stay loyal to, how to stay loyal to it, and why they want to be loyal to it. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my loyalists. Are they knocking themselves out? Nope. Maybe. Yes. So at the beginning of the week, you're like, I'm on watch. I am going to make sure that I am completely intuitive, is what I'm getting. Then midweek, you're like, I'm good. You know, I can spot these things from a mile away. You're getting a little confident, a little too confident maybe. And that's where at the end of the week, maybe during the weekend, you're like, F it, I can do this in my sleep. So I don't need to watch out for any stuff, you know, any issues that might come up. Things of that sort. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so how are my loyalists knocking themselves out? We got choice through default. Choice through default. Yep. So that was it for my loyalists. Now on to my enthusiasts, the individuals who intuitively know what to be enthusiastic about, how to be enthusiastic about it, and how to get others enthusiastic about it as well. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, are my enthusiasts knocking themselves out? I get a nope, a slight yes. So how is a slight yes a possibility? You're being indirect. You're also trying to be conscious about what you are doing, and you are trying to stay away from conditional choices, if that makes sense. Now onto my protectors, the individuals who intuitively know how to keep things safe, what to keep safe, and so on and so forth. So please, God, angels, and guides, are my protectors knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? You get a yep with a maybe. Maybe. So, please, God, angels, and guides, how are my protectors knocking themselves out? It could be a myriad of reasons. You're gonna have to stay completely in tune of yourself this week, is what I'm getting. So I guess every single one of you might have a different reason. It's not an overarching reason this week, is what I'm getting with this. Okay, so now on to my chameleons, the individuals who intuitively know how to what type of intuition to use in a specific what type of intuition to use in any given situation to get the best out of that situation. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, are my chameleons knocking themselves out on their intuitiveness this week? I get a nope, but a maybe, a yes. So you're all over the place, but I feel like this is about the entire group, which means that at the beginning of the week you'll be in your intuitiveness. Towards the mid part of the week you might be knocking yourself out. Towards the end of the week you might get so confident that you are definitely knocking yourself out. That's what I'm getting. So please, God, angels, and guides, how are my chameleons knocking themselves out? Universal signs, conditional choice, conscious. So we're looking at universal signs, and you're trying to make choosing conditions because of that, which is causing you to be conscious about it. I hope that makes sense. So, my gorgeous triple tears, this is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email box below, and it would be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price for private readings, as well as the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.